Greetings and a good evening. Welcome to the Atarangi. Today I wanted to design a car, but I should practice first. So we're gonna do that by drawing a car that already exists. Now I started off by using the tree line technique from this tutorial, which helps keeping the car in the correct scale. Now this technique only works for the height of the car. However, a measurement of wheel length can be used to determine the length of the car, which is also explained in that same tutorial. I am using reference footage that is different photos and different angles of the car that I'm drawing, but by comparing these angles I am trying my best to estimate how my side, front and rear views would look based on these angled images. I'm also looking at certain angles on the car itself, so where a corner would start, where the license plate holder would start, stuff like that. And comparing other points of interest, I guess you could call them, on the vehicle to determine where parts of the car would go. As you can see, my analysis is off here and there, but overall it works out decently well. For my next car drawing video, I should look up if and how I can put down a mirror line, so that I only have to draw one side of the car on the front and rear views. This would greatly cut down in the amount of time I have to invest in drawing this vehicle, and would also make it look more symmetrical, which would make it look better because most cars are symmetrical. Overall, I wouldn't say that this is too bad. There is definitely room for improvement though. And as I've hinted to beforehand, the next car that I will draw is probably going to be a design of my own, based on existing vehicles of course, but kind of a mishmash of stuff that I like, and hopefully that will turn out well. But that will be for next time. Do you want to do a Segu or a Segway?
A seagull.
Stop it now!
I'm doing a seagull.
We're doing a seagull, people. As you can see, we're seagulling into the next portion of this video. I looked at the script and it was gonna be a bit short, so I decided to add a bit of an extra challenge for Barry. I gave him the car you can see on the right, and we're just gonna talk through the process whilst drawing it. Let's go, Barry.
Yep, first things first, we're gonna draw our lines to base. So we're gonna start with the side. We're gonna draw our lines. That's top of my game, so down a bit like this.
So as you can see, I gave Barry two angled images, and the idea is he's gonna draw a side and a front view here.
So that would be... This would be about the door height.
Okay.
So from the bottom, like this part, the top, basically where the glass starts. Now in a sports car and like modern cars, it's 2/3 up.
Yeah, this thing is a bit taller though.
But as you can see, it's pretty tall. It's not going to be the full length, except for at the back it might be a closer. So I'm going to be drawing it, I would say about here would be a good height.
Okay.
Because that's not the full length, but it is still pretty tall, pretty high up.
Yep.
Because I can't go by the rule of 2/3 with this vehicle.
I purposefully gave Barry a bit of a different car, so he doesn't get shoehorned into always driving the same type of car, drawing the same type of car.
I wish I could drive this type of car or any other type of car. They are hella expensive.
Yeah.
And then we start with the wheels. This is a pretty special one because the wheels are like really at the front and the back. But the first wheel is going to be with the middle point about here.
So Barry is gonna be a bit faster in this drawing than he usually is, so the quality might be just a tad lower than usual.
And that's a wheel.
Because it would usually take Barry about an hour to draw one side, and we're gonna be going a bit faster for this one.
And I can estimate by looking at this picture. This is about another wheel that would actually theoretically fit here. This would be kind of the edge of the wheel. So if you look at that, the edge of the wheel would be about here. So, for where the fender would come. I'm using that instead of calculating amount of tires because I don't know what this type of car would have that. But I'm just basically looking at the size of the wheel and trying to see how many of them would fit between
And I would
them.
say it's another wheel and
One
a half before
wheel and
you
a
get to
half,
the
yeah.
next fender.
So that would be. This would be another wheel.
Yep, about where that thicker line is.
Yeah. So this would be where pretty much the second one would end.
Mhm.
Maybe this is the outside, but our wheel itself, this would be the middle, right there. So it would be something like this. I'm not good at freehand drawing circles.
Most people aren't.
Kind of suck at that shit.
As you can also see on the reference pictures to the right, it's not the same car twice. It's the same type of car. It's both a Model T, but there's different versions of that. So we're gonna be kinda combining them a bit.
I'm gonna be combining them, and I think looking at these pictures, I really like the gold at the front, but we're not gonna be.
Yeah,
doing
we're not
coloring.
gonna be coloring. Just sketch for this one.
I like the cabin of this one, so I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah.
And then the front is gonna be probably.
Yeah, it looks a bit more smooth.
Yeah. So now that we have the wheels down.
Yeah, I think your scale
pretty
lines are a
much.
bit too big for how big you draw the wheels.
Yeah, the wheels have to be a bit.
Yeah, I think you just have to do your scale lines a bit closer to each other.
Yeah, we do that. Which is a really good job. So do it a bit more. I haven't used this brush much.
Yeah, we're just trying out some brushes. Like a dotted brush like this, as you can see by the dotted lines, looks a bit more like actual drawing stuff instead of mechanical one line.
It's like when you have like a bunch of pencils and you just jam them all together.
I mean, if you draw like that and you zoom out, it looks like one pencil.
Back to 20. So that's the height of my wheel. And it's gonna be about here. And then this line is gonna be here.
Looks about right.
Looks about
For
right.
future reference, Barry, you see the tool next to the smudge tool? You can just grab that line and move it. Control C doesn't do that.
How do I grab it?
Up top, outside of the canvas.
No, just add two.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
You see the little tool next to the smudge tool?
This one.
Yeah, that allows you to draw a straight line. For future reference.
Okay, cool. That would be interesting. It erased my color. I don't know why game does that sometimes, but it does.
It's when you change tools and sometimes it remembers stuff.
And also changing the brush.
You probably went to mouse scroll for a second time.
Maybe that's 20.
Oh, there we go.
I'm just gonna leave the line.
Yeah, it's
I like that.
because you tap outside of the canvas first and then drag it.
Alright.
Zoom out. Just zoom out.
Oh.
And grab the line. Yeah, don't remember. I've done it before. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's easy. Definitely. Don't forget to go back to your pencil.
Pencil. So yeah, this is more to scale.
This is going to be
And then that's gonna be better. This looks to be the fender to be about here.
So some small parts of this might be sped up or cut. You'll see that in the edit.
It curves down. See that an angle? And then like it seems to be too aggressive actually, so I would bring half of this one actually to like this one is like it's not perfect, but it's not perfect. And then here it looks like it's just straight up an angle.
Yeah, it's a straight line. Well, an angled straight line, but a straight line.
I don't remember. I've seen this car before. I don't remember how far it stays away from the tire, so I'm just gonna.
It gets pretty close at the front.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start there and go.
And at the back it just goes
away
further. Yeah.
as I go around.
Our angles don't really give much of a view at the back, so.
Yeah, at the back it's kind of an annoying one, but I think it would stop about here-ish.
Yep.
You know, you can't see the actual curve. Then we have our cap, which seems to start halfway.
Yeah, and just angles backwards a
and
little.
just angles backwards till this point.
Yeah.
And I would say it's like literally
Something
about
like that.
much. And then we go. This one hits the roof almost.
Almost, yeah. The roof is just a tiny bit curved at the top.
Yep. Also, there's a box here, which we can draw that. So that was the trunk back in the day, which is not a lot of trunk space for those Tesla users who like to have trunk space. I don't have the ability to see where this line starts. I think it
looks like it starts
here
just
on the fender,
just a bit into the fender.
and then just goes up until it reaches this point pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And then goes up pretty much all the way.
Looks like we're drawing a bit of a shorter version of the car.
Just compact. A bit compact.
Two-seater
Fine,
instead of
that's
six-seaters.
That's probably because we've estimated our wheelbase incorrectly.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
We're showing the principles here. We're doing it really fast, so.
Come back down.
Because as with
And
most
then-
drawing, you will see, what actual people usually do is they do something, they decide it's not good enough, and they try another method. We're just
Yeah.
Leroying it here and trying to go for a one shot.
Pretty much, yeah. That seems to come forwards, then down a bit. And then we have the actual hood. Where the hood at. And then that stops above the wheels. Goes down. And that would actually go down all the way. You would also be able to see this line right here.
Yep.
This is the wheel, so you would see some stuff here, but they've got the spokes in the way. But
Of
that's
course.
pretty much that. You would probably be able to see a bit of a cone underneath the fender. So
It would be a bit
here-
of a bowl for the lights. They would
Yeah,
have
so you
been
would see
bowls back in the day, not cones.
a bit of
A Super Bowl.
a Super Bowl type of thing. Right there, that's pretty much all you would see because the rest is covered up by the fender.
Yeah, looks like it.
Then we have the wood prop, of course. Which I'm not gonna go into too much detail on that.
Yeah, of course.
Looks pretty simple as well.
So at the bottom you would have a little line where the stepping plate and the actual cabin meet.
Yeah, so that would be a line here.
Yeah, looks like it goes from about there.
From about there to pretty much here.
I love that your color palette for sketching is bright purple and hot pink.
Yeah. It's because of this background. I like it a bit of a darker background and then just going with lighter colors to not burn my eyes out when I'm drawing at night.
I mean, the people on the streams have seen I straight go with a black background when I draw.
Now we have winder.
Mm-hmm.
Winder would be about here.
I think we go for a 2-winder on this one.
We could go for a 3-winder.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna look right.
Nah, whatever. We go with a 3-winder. It's funnier.
Looks.
We'll make it more modern.
Our car got bullpupped.
We'll make it more modern.
Sorry,
I
the
got
car
this.
got bullpupped.
Yeah.
It's
I got
a
this
son of Model T.
I got it though. So this is our door frame.
Yeah.
Let's make our door frame just do that instead of going straight down.
Lol. It's the long piece, hell yeah!
And so you would have your door handle here-ish,
Yeah, looks like it.
as you can see, and some hinges that I'm gonna draw as just an extra smudge of paint
Spained.
over there. So that's the hinges.
Some extra
It's
spaint.
a very bad. This is not the best drawing I've done.
To be fair, you're doing it like in a sixth the time you would normally take.
Yeah, it took me. I would say like. I know I didn't look at the time for the side view, but the front view and the back view of the GTR took me about an hour per
Yeah, per
part.
side.
So the sketching, the
Keep drawing whilst you're talking.
the sketching, the painting, and then the actual putting the black lines down. All of those took an hour, so it takes a while. I don't know if that's gonna be another line that is gonna be too visible.
No, that's just the shadow of the
But I
fender.
don't think so. Yeah, I think that's the shadow.
Well, shadow reflection of the fender.
Both of these seem to have some of these venti boys.
Yeah, cooling feet, cooling vents.
So also this line would go down.
Yeah, it will.
And then we have the Venti boys.
I mean,
Really cool actually. You don't see that on cards anymore.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, Barry,
Yeah.
like, just grab a few frames from the streets from the Atlantis movie. Like, this car would not look out of place in that movie.
Not too much, no, except for the special door. And the compact frame of the car, but just like stretch on it a bit and it would work. You would also still have a blocky here. I can't really see it at the scale of the pictures.
Yeah, just leave it. I don't think it's gonna work.
There's gonna be like a blob there.
Yeah, an extra light, I think that is. No, that's the
Extra light.
beeper, I think.
No, these are lights.
Those are lights.
The horn.
Because the horns used to be on the outside.
The horn, I actually am not seeing one. This one might be. No, this is the horn
That's the horn, yeah.
on this car.
Just for
and this
fun,
is an
Benny?
extra light.
Could you just see what happens when we try to stretch this in length? Because this is about done for the side view. So if we just make a selection, grab a scaly boy, let's set the next to the bucket.
Oh, that's Shift S. And just
No, this does only normal scale. You're gonna have to use the universal one.
the universal one.
Yeah, universal transform tool. Shift T.
Shift E.
Yeah, and then you grab inside of the square on top. So the square in the corner. You're gonna have to. Oh. That's new.
No,
I've never seen that before.
it is freaking out, my dude.
Just give it.
Stop! Oh, maybe like
Oh, that's because you changed tools somehow.
Ah, interesting, cool. I'm just gonna quickly do this with my mouse. This one.
And it will work like this as well. Just so the little diamonds in the corners, if you grab those, you can just stretch aside,
Yoink.
and then we can just kind of see what happens. If you ignore the wheels, this actually does look a bit closer.
Okay. Then I'm gonna quickly
Ah, it's front view.
Shift S, scale it a bit down so that we have some canvas
Yeah.
left for the rest of this drawing.
Right, and then it's on to
So yeah,
front view.
that's the side view, and that would work pretty much if I pulled the line down. Front view time. Front view is gonna be more interesting.
It's gonna be more interesting. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna take as much time on this. Because it's a pretty simple front view on this car.
It's probably not gonna take me an hour. I would hope not, actually. I am going to. I'm not sure if you have to do this for a front view, but I like putting the lines down for the front view, so that I kind of have a reference of scale.
Yeah, of course, to each their
So
own.
this would be the bottom, and again, I'm not using your tool.
Yeah, sure.
Just behind it,
We're on a time crunch here.
like that, and like that. Whatever.
So the wheels are quite thin on this boy.
Well, compared to modern cars.
Yeah, modern car wheels are like twice the width at least.
Yeah, so if you were to draw a wheel, this would be about the middle of the wheel. You could go for something like that.
About there.
This.
Yeah.
The wheel is a bit thick.
There would be a straight line connecting them.
Yes, it seems that would be a drive shaft.
And then there would be a little triangle piece on top of that. It looks like.
I'd like to see.
So So if you look at the top one, there's like a back-angled triangle going to the engine housing. The bottom one is a lot more complex, so I wouldn't really look too much at that.
Yeah, no, I am going to simplify it for drawing.
Yeah, if you look at the top one, Barry, it just has a triangle that's angled backwards.
Which one do you mean?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just draw a triangle that's like doesn't quite go to a point in the middle.
That honestly is a leaf spring, my dude, I think.
It probably is, but it looks like a triangle.
So I'm gonna draw it in a bowie part,
Yep.
and then there's a thick leaf spring on top.
Mm-hmm.
Which seems on the bottom car. Well, the top car, I don't know where that goes, but it seems to go like this.
I think you drew your wheels a bit too small again.
Yeah, it's fine. I can fix that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll fix that in post.
In post Malone. Yeah, it's gonna be about correct. This side, the wheel on that side is always a bit thicker as the other one.
Just turn it into a monster truck like this.
Turn it into a donk.
Donk. Are you sure you want a donk classic car?
No. This is where we draw the square with the rounded triangle on top.
That would actually, so we're currently in the correct scale again as well.
Yeah, it's fine.
Which is fine.
So this would be the radiator.
Eraser. Don't come after me yet.
Ah yes, just call him Ed.
Yes, we're friends.
Ed and Eddie. Brrr, yeah!
We're friends, he doesn't know it, but we're friends. Imagine actually being like that. No, I know he wouldn't come after us for stupid.
For one line. Thing is, it's not gonna be him now, is it?
Nah, it's probably gonna be the label. Imagine being a label. Slight angle, and just close that back down.
There we go.
I based this off of this one,
Yes?
which is curved. This one is more of a curve and flatter area, but I actually kind of like this form more.
Yeah, trapezium form.
This would then have the
Fjord.
Fjord logo.
Off to the side, jangly of course.
Yeah, I mean it does go off to the side.
It does
jangly.
look like it goes off to the side jangly, but I think that's
It actually-
perspective because of the light.
No, it actually does. It actually does. I have seen this exact type of model before. In real life, it actually isn't centered.
Triggered!
No, it's actually kind of cool. Then I would connect just these like that. I think that's pretty much how that's gonna be.
Mm-hmm. And we've got big fenders coming out of that.
Yeah, we've got.
And they swoop up from the middle. They go down near the engine, I think. No, I think they go down. Yeah, they go down. So the highest part of the fender is above the wheel and they go down into the engine block.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're correct. You know your car better than I do.
I mean, I wouldn't.
You're
drive
looking
them
at this
both.
one. I was looking at this one.
Yeah, you can kind of see it on the top one, but it's harder to see.
Yeah, so it would be like this, of course, and I think it would be about here that it actually just stops existing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would indeed come in from about here and curve like that. Simly has joined our voice chat, so he is not in the video, but he is in the video.
Yo, Simli, open your Audacity and join this video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have guest star Simile joining for like the last quarter of this video.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the light would be about here.
Yeah, it would be a big
so you
circle
just
there.
see-
Okay. That should be my voice.
Alright, here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
The legend, the myth.
Just joining at this quick car drawing demonstration.
The legend, the myth, the similar.
This is what happens when we forget to go to the studio when we record, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost finished, but I guess he's here now.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
The longest dwarf in the universe.
No.
Simply Iron Fist.
Man!
So again, I'm just pretty much estimating.
You're guesstimating them.
I'm estimating what
Yeah.
distance this would be, and I know it's way too wide, especially here and here.
White boys.
Whatever. And then you would see, if we look at this would be.
The bottom one though
This
just
fr-
goes into the big frame, which might be a bit better.
Yeah. That might be a bit better to just go.
A bit to the side.
It would be here, so it would start being visible about there. Same on this side. Again, being able to mirror stuff would be useful.
Yeah, you
but
probably
having
can. We'll
this-
figure it out later.
Yeah, I haven't researched that yet. Why would you research?
And this
that?
is where windows go. It's a bit tall, but okay. Just put an apartment building on top of the car.
No.
This is Sibley's vehicles we can actually fit in.
So,
Finally.
I went. I know, guys, that I went too high there.
He's just rolling with the
so
joke,
I'm
don't
just-
worry about it.
So I'm just rolling with the meme right now. Because at this point I already knew I was too high there. I don't want to use my eraser, so I'm just rolling with the joke. Just gonna do this.
Just have no window. Have a second window up top.
You guessed it!
This is the car. The bottom window is for when people lend Simbly's car. The top window is for Simbly.
Indeed.
And then this would also have a line.
Very
in there.
difficult if I am the
'Cause
first in the row
This
for
is still
light.
one of those windows that would slide down.
Yeah, probably.
And then we would have a circly boy about here.
Yep.
And about here. And then we would have, for some models of car, one about here.
Mhm.
And... Uit hoe het hier horen.
Ah.
That's pretty much what that would look like from a front side. And I think that pretty much concludes.
That concludes the car, yes.
Yay.
So let's grab this, grab our original images and go on to a final discussion. Alright Barry, final thoughts. Drawing a car, quite different from drawing characters, isn't it?
Yes, it is quite different, though it is a very interesting experience.
Of course.
I did have fun drawing both the GTR and the Fjord.
The Fjord. Now the real challenge is gonna be drawing these cars in different positions at different differences. Different distances.
Yeah, that's gonna be a while. I think mainly what I'm gonna do is drawing those front and
Yeah,
side
you're gonna
views.
be drawing basically concept art pieces.
Yeah, and then making 3D models of them eventually.
And they will make different differences of those.
Yes. And then we'll be able to use those for like 3D images, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also for some other upcoming projects to make them look better. That would be kind of cool. Hint hint, Klaus, get onto it.
No, I'm lazy. We'll see you next time.
Alright,
Erase.
let's get down to business. And drink some water.
To drink some water. Did they send me bottles when I asked for cups?
That's actually a pretty good one. That might be an end screen as well.